So, hey, it's been quite a hot moment since I have last talked to any of y'all, I want to say, besides one Discord at least. Uh, I, eh, things are things are interesting to say the least with this coronavirus deal going on right now. But eh, I've had some interesting times in the last like month, I want to say. But hold the phone here. We're just gonna go back to the beginning really quick, and we're gonna talk a little history here with the channel. So I started this channel way back, God knows when. I want to say back when like Final Fantasy Dissidia was a thing, and I was uploading, just general replays. I don't think it was even on this channel, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I don't know. It was, it's like the kids who play with the radio and pretend they're on a radio show. It's just like, wow, I have my own channel. That's pretty cool. Uh, Fast forward a couple years, I want to say, and I was putting out god awful Left for Dead videos with my new friends TM on a crappy laptop I was given for college. And oh geez, were those terrible. But like, fast forward yet again another couple years, or maybe just a year, and I got my first job, and I had someone help me put together a computer. I'm pretty sure I can even recall the video name, New Desktop Extravaganza. I was excited to get that new computer because I could actually run games at a reasonable frame rate and on a mouse, and most importantly, I could record videos at a decent frame rate as well. Now, at the time, I was still using a headset mic. I didn't have this wonderful Blue Yeti that I have now, that I have used for, I want to say, like 6 years now, and it has not left my side once. I love it. The audio quality back then, and just the video quality in general, was so scrappy. I did not understand what made, a video a video. I didn't understand what a style was. Everybody, all the big LPers, they're a little bit different. They can either just upload full content or they can edit things. What I didn't understand was how to edit things properly, and you can see that on the channel so much through this channel's lifetime. And even then, despite all that, I don't know, like, sometimes I'll just go back through this channel and just look at everything that I've put out. There are some things I've deleted, understandably. I did actually delete some stuff very recently because I had, these videos were just rambles or such low quality that I'm just like, I don't want these, and my opinion has changed so much. I'm sorry, my voice is cracking so much. It's been such a long time since I've spoken to a microphone before, apparently. But like, so as I went on with my YouTube, if you can even call it a career, I began to understand a little bit more about how to do it. And I recall having an epiphany one night. I believe this was around the time of the Undertale video, that I began to understand exactly what people were doing to create these videos, these YouTube videos that were going crazy and getting all these views and stuff, and why mine weren't. I already knew that reason why. I can tell you that right now. But I do recall, when I was working at my first job, that there was I believe he was an unloader. He was trying to become an aspiring YouTube star. And I remember telling him that if you want any kind of, views, do what you want to do, but make sure that you have some kind of style and understand what you're getting into first. I say that because he wanted to rise to stardom. He wants to just get in there. And if you go about it the way that I did, which is just, going in for the hell of it just to try it out and to see like how things work, that's a little bit of risky business. And it goes even further than that, because I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do for this channel. I played Epic Battle Fantasy 4. That got a bunch of views. I played TF2. I made TF2 commentaries. I played Sins of the Solar Empire, Killing Floor, all these things, all these different things. I had no purpose as to what I was doing. It was all just crazy nonsense, nonstop, with no flow or direction put into it. And worse yet, I had terrible audio quality, terrible frame rates for one thing, and also it just, I understand the appeal of long content, and I understand why I did it personally, because I didn't know how to upload something watchable. But like, over time, I began to understand, just how things worked. And let me tell you, I have made some terrible mistakes with how long my uploads were. I could say that. But like, within the last few years, I would say like not the twilight hours of my channel, it's not going to die ever, I don't think. I'm going to keep coming back to it and going, wow, I've learned so much more since I've last been here. Like, ever since those days of the last uploads I've done, not counting the Spyro speedruns, I put a little bit more thought into what I wanted to do with this video. It's like the Undertale video, and I want to say, what else did I have? I don't even know. Hang on. Let me look into this really quick. So the video is like, Evolve, or again, the Undertale video, or even just the Battletoads. I also have a Kirby video that I never finished. The Kirby one was probably going to be my magnum opus if I ever finish it, because it actually had effort put into it. I understood what to do and how to go about it. But I never finished it. That's a whole different can of worms. But continuing on with the history and understanding, not counting the Kirby video I have in the mix, I would say my magnum opus was definitely my streaming. In the ye old year of, what was it, 2018, I want to say, hang on. Yeah. So back in 2018, I want to say it was November 18th, I decided to take a dive, and that was the day that was the week that Spyro Reignited launched for console. And this is where I get to the meat of what I want to talk about. I streamed speedruns for that game, 120% on the first game, for about like a month and a half maybe. And that whole month and a half where I streamed, I was in a daze. I didn't know what was going on, but all I knew was that I was having a blast doing it. And that, I think, that was a first for me in my entire life. Getting to do something social. I mean, it's sure a thing. You can talk smack, say, streaming's not social. I don't care. But anything social like that was the very first thing I've ever done, basically, that I had a good time with. Talking with people on stream, chatting it up, doing that stuff as I did a thing. I can never had so much fun. Like, I go back to my channel a lot on Twitch, and I just watch the clips. The clips that I have from people and myself are just some of the best moments I've had. Probably in my life. In my recent life. And it's just, I can't wait to get back into it. It's been over a year now. Because we'll go into a little more history, a little more in-depth, behind-the-scenes history. So, with the whole Spyro speedrunning thing, My PS4, which was graciously purchased by somebody else, a close friend, who I still need to pay back, was unfortunately refurbished, and it was pretty bad. And as I continued to push the envelope with Spyro, as did everybody else in the scene, my PS4 just could not handle keeping up with the game. It would drop frames, it would lag, and most importantly, I am pretty sure that Ultimecia from Final Fantasy VIII was living in that goddamn PS4, let me tell you. Because of all the frame drops and lag that would happen over the course of the run, my timer, if you recall the one video, I believe it would be the video titled Obsoleted, and the video after that, I do explain it on stream. So my PS4 would compress time, basically, and my in-game times for Spyro speedruns would be minutes ahead of where it should have been. And of course, that's just not, that's no bueno. So, when that was discovered to be a thing, I just kind of lost all hope. I'm like, what if I get like a crazy run, and then, I have to obsolete it because my PS4 decided to be a punk and, crush some time. Like, is anytime I'm going to have any more going to be legitimate? I don't know. And during that time, I was also going through joblessness, for the last few months, and I had not found anything else at the time. And unfortunately, around that exact time when I was streaming, I was also facing the extreme consequences of two things. One, bills. You gotta pay those, otherwise you die. And then two B. I don't know. Jeez. I was going to be taken off my parents' insurance that coming year, or that year in general, I believe. I don't remember. But if you don't have insurance, you also die. And as you can imagine, not having a job and running out of insurance definitely is not a good thing, as well as car payments, bills, other stuff. You need a job to pay that. And let me tell you, that basically, those two things, and the fact that my PS4 was not optimized enough to run the game in a speedrun setting officially, I stressed out to no end. And that more or less led to the giant pause of me just basically vanishing off the face of the earth for my stream and the channel. I don't recall when I actually streamed Final Fantasy X on my stream. I had, yet again, a blast doing that. But between the stress and just the inability to do what I wanted to do, and then also actually successfully making it to Twitch affiliate, I couldn't process anything anymore. I was dumbfounded, bewildered, stressed, and I just shut down. So, go ahead like a year or so, maybe a couple months from then, I made a post on my Twitch account, Twitcher. That would be Speedy Dirg at the Dragon, or no shit. that would be Speedy Dirg at A Dragon's Hearth Twitter profile name. I made a post stating that, I had so much fun streaming and I wanted to get back into it. And at the time, I was still looking for a job to get myself stabilized again. And it's just, I don't know, man. Like, it was a wild, a wild dream and a wild time to be existing at that point in my life. I had gotten a couple job like applications filled out and sent in, and they would never get back to me, and it was just like, please kill me. But I mean, like, fast forward to now, I made a post on, I think it was March 14th, sometime around then. I had gotten a job starting in March. And it was a job that would be easy for me. It wouldn't destroy me physically like my previous job did. And everything just came back to me that I could start streaming again. I could get channel art and not feel guilty about people giving me their money when they sub or just drop bits on my channel. It was just like an epiphany moment. And this is where, like, this is the whole reason why I talk to this mic right now, is that, like, everything that my channel has done has just been, I can't say I regret it ever. Especially the Twitch channel. It's been, like I said before, it has been probably the best time that I've had in my life regarding something with purpose. I haven't had anything to really, like, lock into. I was okay at my job, like, great. It's Walmart. It's not really going to get me anywhere. It's not going to do anything for me. It's draining my soul. But with streaming, I felt like I had a purpose. It was something that I wanted to do, and the whole speedrunning thing, it could branch out from there. I was floored by the fact that I made Twitch affiliate. It may not actually be a big deal, I don't know, but it's a big deal to me. That's the big thing there. And it's just like, people, of course, the one guy I knew from work, he donated a couple times because he was, he wants to support me. But these random people on the internet and stuff, and people that I know would come in and, just donate or subscribe or whatever, and I'm just like, what? Huh? When you spend so many years of your life, excuse me for one moment here, this is going to sound stupid beyond all hell. The entirety of my middle school and high school years were spent miserable and living in some kind of insane darkness that I could never escape. And once I got out of high school and graduated and went to, a community college and stuff and got a job, I didn't have to feel like I was under some kind of wretched spell that was constantly draining my life every day, and there was nothing I could do about it. It took me, I would say, probably about 8 years before I recovered from, the horrors of high school, where I was constantly sleep deprived. I would go into class, no sleep at all. I would crash. I would get yelled at by teachers and parents because I was sleeping so much during class or at home. I felt like, there was no escape. I had people that would bug me and bully me intentionally, and it's just, I never recovered from that until now. Streaming was the moment where everything came together, and I had my eyes opened for the first time to actually see what I was doing, and I wasn't just walking through some kind of fog through life. And there were a lot of things in between that we're not going to talk about because those are personal experiences, let me tell you that right now. But everything since then has been something that has pushed me forward into becoming what I am. And, I've changed so much over the last years, and my YouTube channel is a pretty good milestone like tracker to that. There are just so many things that I've learned and that I've changed about and come to understand. And it's mind-blowing to me. In the recent months where I've stumbled into a new group of friends, everything's been kind of just bizarre, because not only is bumping into a new group of friends, interesting, potential friends, you could talk to them and stuff. It, in conjunction with having a job that I'm actually enjoying and that I feel like I'm supported at, and that it's not going to murder me dead if, I get a giant, load of freight. It's a call center job, whatever, sure. Laugh at me, I don't care. It's a job that I actually like. I want to do it because it's easy. I know what I'm doing, sort of. And I have a desire to learn and, actually keep the job, unlike at Walmart. But I can make money off of it. And again, that opened the door up to streaming again, which was the thing I wanted to do so badly. Because when I did it, I had the time of my goddamn life. And all that in conjunction with meeting these new people. And for the first time in my life, again, I'm talking to a group of people in a sense of, I tried doing this kind of thing before, but I failed miserably twice. And now, years later, after I've, grown up as a person, I've evolved as a person, I understand what I did wrong back then, for one thing. But on top of that, I'm not depressed to all hell anymore. And I can understand how to be a human being. It is weird. The last month, I have been getting these utterly bizarre and strange feelings of just... Now, don't take this the wrong way. Somebody already did, and they thought I needed help, okay? These moments where I'm off work during the night after 12 a.m., and I just go downstairs to eat something. It's in those moments of, the quiet night, and I have, hot food. It's just like, everything is okay. Everything is calmed down, and everything is fine again. For the first time in my life, nothing's happening to me. And it's pretty interesting. It really is. I've never felt something like that, where I can feel like everything's fine while the rest of the world burns because it's coronavirus. But I mean, at this particular moment, everything is fine. And I just... I don't know how to put it. Everything's fine. That's it. It's just... It is these moments of peace. Just sheer peace and bliss. Because everything is fine. And no, I'm not going crazy and going like, oh, dude, I'm just, yeah. No, this is like a genuine feeling of just calm. And I'm going to keep saying, it is the most bizarre thing ever. And hopping in, as I was saying before, to the reason of the video is that the one person in the chat linked their YouTube channel, and I still don't know how they knew it was me that I subscribed to them. I don't know if they picked me out, but they just did. They messaged me out of the blue just to say that, it's cool that you do speedruns. And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm cool. This person is talking to me. Like, what? They're talking about the thing I've done in my, my actual life. What is this? This is strange. And then this night, or to you normal people, this morning, probably like an hour ago, about a half an hour before this video started going up or being recorded, it just, everybody was, impressed with what I've done in speedrunning. And they said, that they would enjoy watching that. And I'm just... Life is strange, man. Life is surreal. And it's just now that I'm having this moment that... like I said, I'm repeating myself so much, but it's just that everything is so overwhelming and intense. And that's kind of... It's kind of everything is okay. That's it. Everything is fine. And I just need to keep saying it to myself because I don't believe it. I can't believe it. For so long, in middle school, high school, shortly after high school, everything was absolutely terrible. And it blows my mind that I still have dreams about that, and they're not true. I still have nightmares of being in high school again and going, oh my god, I need to deal with this again. And it's not true because I wake up and everything is okay. Everything is fine. And it just... I can't believe it. I just simply can't believe it. Ugh. But in further channel news, I do believe that I did mention this in my Twitter as well, is that when I return to streaming, my goal that I've set for myself is to make it to a GDQ. I want to be one of the runners. I want to be up there, which is something that I never thought that I would say in my life. Same goes for streaming. I never thought I would ever be able to put myself or think about putting myself in front of a crowd, even if they are electronic. With GDQ, it's a little bit less electronic, but any kind of crowd would always freak me out. And yet I've streamed with just no care in the world about that. No fears at all. Everything went just fine. Everything was okay. I made Twitch affiliate. People supported me. They talked to me, and it is the most surreal thing to me. I just can't believe it. I really can't. And I mean, like, over the course of my YouTube career, again, I'm using the word career very lightly here, it's just, there were times when people were talking to me during that, and that's what kept me really going with YouTube. I got a couple of views, whatever, but the comments, the people, I recall one fellow, I believe his name was Memphis Cooper, on my Evolve videos. I feel so bad for not continuing with that series, but I talked to him a little bit, while I was doing those, and that's just... I enjoyed doing that. And with the Twitch stream, I could do it in real time, and that was powerful, even though I was a person who never, ever liked to speak in front of people. I mean, sure, yes, if you put me in front of a physical crowd, guaranteed I'm not going to do very well for the first time, but I understand things now, especially with this new job, where I'm forced to talk to people who may be quite furious at me. Same thing goes for Walmart. It's just that, I've learned that I can do these things. I can screw them up. Who cares? What if I'm gonna mess up? Sure, fine, whatever. I don't care. Do people care? Maybe. I don't care if they care. Whatever. It's just I have a desire to learn things and to understand them now, and that's really the big thing, I guess, with GDQ is that I want to get up there, and I want to, I want to see, do I have what it takes? I don't know. I may just totally freeze up, and I may be totally unable to deliver commentary, or I could do just fine. And in both cases, I'm fine with that. If people want to make fun of me and make meme videos out of me, sure, go for it. They'll give me popularity. Don't care. Probably gonna regret saying that. But whatever, I don't care. That's fine. I mean, I can't be afraid anymore. I can't. It's just not. It's not what I've become. That's not to say I'm fearless. It's more to say that I'm not afraid to screw something up colossally anymore. And it's just. It is such a far cry from what I've been for the last 15 years or so. Probably more than that. Where I was just a miserable kid who had no purpose in life but to just exist. And now that I've seen so many things and done so many things and felt like I had a purpose in doing something, it's surreal, man. It's, and to have people that say they want to watch what I do, to have people say that they're going to subscribe to me, to give me, a donation or whatever, and, just make a meme message, who cares, whatever. That is just. That is the bee's knees, as they would say. It really is. This goes hand in hand with my YouTube channel. Like, I think the one thing that I do appreciate what I've done with my channel, at the same time I also hate it, is it's these videos where I just ramble on out of nowhere about whatever's on my mind in the most dire of circumstances. I don't want to say these have been enlightening to me. This one certainly has, but other ones not so much. Those were more simply, releases of emotion, most particularly, the ones regarding, when I lost my first dog. Those were just so particularly and rawly emotional. Just, I can't say that I would do those again. I think I've understood, but at the same time, I do believe I said back then that I put those out there just because somebody else might be going through that themselves, and that's, I want to give them a voice to listen to, someone who might be going through a similar situation as you are, even though it might be in the past at that point. Those videos where I just talk about everything and anything in my mind was just those ones I could go back to and recall every emotion that I had during those. And I enjoyed those videos. And it's weird. But yeah, that is more or less the gist of this video. It just whatever I said during it. That's all there is to it. And you know what? This is going up without any video in it because I don't have time to record a video because I need to be up for work in 7.5 hours. Oh, man. But if it ain't been a wild ride in this life, everyone. It's been a wild ride, and we still got places to ride. For anybody who's been here for any amount of time, anybody who's listened to any video that I've done or any stream that I've put out, I appreciate you. It may not seem it with my way I upload, with the way that my schedule runs for these uploads, it may not seem it, but man, when I can put out content reliably, when I can stream again without feeling guilty or restrained by a hardware component, situations, I can at least return the favor by being consistent. And I so look forward to it. I can finally give back to somebody, After like 15, 16 years of just being somebody so oh no, not that. So selfish. Oh, that's a good meme right there, let me tell you. Oh jeez. A person who can laugh at themselves as well. I understand, and I'm not a person who's selfish anymore. I actually want to care for people. It's I thank you all for coming along on this grand, oh geez, like 6-year adventure on my YouTube channel and my like half 1 month and a half adventure on my Twitch channel. Oh geez. And you know what? I think in like 2 years I'm gonna listen to this video and I'm just gonna laugh at myself because, God, what was I doing back then? I don't know. Do you know now me? I don't think you do. But yeah, before I get too crazy, everybody, I really do. I thank you so much if you've been here at any point during the channel's life, during the stream's life, really. And when I get back to it, I want to give back to you by being consistent and actually trying to do something in my life and trying to accomplish something. So, I suppose I can close it out with this. When I come back, probably within a month or two from now, the coronavirus is kind of proving to be a monetary situation. But when all my bills are settled, when all my debts are paid, and I can focus on getting my stream to a reasonable level that I want it to be at, we can start a new speedrun for us, for the channel, for the stream. We can take as long as we want doing this. There's no record for it. There's no, it's a casual speedrun. We're just gonna do it. And we're gonna go to see how, as far as we can go in life, in any amount of time, and have fun with it for the first time in my life. So, see you in a couple months or so. Maybe less. And that's it from me.